Are you too late to stack silver? We're going to look into that scenario right now, my friends. Please give me that like. That really helps get the videos out, to get out to more and more people. I'm trying very hard to get to 7,000 subscribers. If you're not yet subscribed, you might want to subscribe for the future giveaways. I am still looking for Nate S. 4310. You are the latest winner on the giveaway. You have until Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. East Coast time to email me. I've already messaged you in the giveaway video. Please get a hold of me so you can get the passcode into that and I can ship off your 14 ounces of silver. If not, I will have no choice but to pick another winner at random. Please, Nate S4310, I'm looking for you. Thank you. Let's get into the video right now. Oftentimes people have asked me, Chris, am I too late? What should I do? Silver is up. Well, you know, people were complaining about silver being at 25, 22, waiting for a pullback to 17. For the ones that have been with me since the beginning, I warned, and I'm not trying to repeat myself, but I warned at that price. I don't see $17 silver going to happen. People all over YouTube, back up the truck at 17. Back up the truck at 17. We're at 37 now, folks. All right, we're at 37. Where do you want it to go? Or is your back up the truck mode at 35, 32? I don't think we're going to see 32 again. It don't mean it cannot happen, right? Does not mean it can't happen. You're too late? Well, you sit there on the sidelines long enough. We're going to creep up to 38. We're going to creep up to 39. Then we're going to creep up to 40. People are going to wish they bought it today. And then people at 40 is going to say, I'm going to wait to 37 again. You're going to get this reaction from people all the time. Look, I don't know exactly where silver, gold, or platinum is going to go. Okay? But what I do know is, here we go again, this is losing value. Not because your silver and gold has gained in value. It's kept up with inflation for the most part. Not 100%. No. Silver, technically speaking, should be well north of 150 bucks right now. Well north of 150 bucks. That's where it should be right now, if not a little bit higher. Gold should be north of 4,000 right now. But we're not at those numbers, are we? There's some scenarios that's going to play out. And I've seen it before. March of 2023. We can go back to that way again in a moment. We can go back to 2011. I've seen it played out with my own two eyes. I was not working in the coin shop at 2011. I'll make a note there. What I was doing in 2011, we'll start in 2011. Well, let's back it up even a little further than that. Around 2009, 2008, maybe it was even in 2007. I was going to coin shows. State of Maine. Going to South Paris. Going to Portland, Maine. Going to Old Town, Maine, which is by Bangor, Maine. For the people get the concept. Old Town, Maine was quite a bit of a drive for myself. I was going to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I lived in Brunswick, Maine. It's a 2-hour drive or so to get to Portsmouth, New Hampshire from Brunswick, Maine. It's about a 3-hour drive to get to Old Town, Maine from Brunswick, Maine. Think about how much I traveled. A lot of the coin shows. Rockland, Maine. That was another hour drive, an hour, 40-minute drive. Or so, depending on the traffic. Alright? So you get the concept where I'm at. I remember telling these guys at these coin shows. And some of them own coin shops. Alright, some of them own coin shops. Some of them were just doing it as a side business. Silver was right around this price point. I said, watch out for $50 silver. They looked at me like I had googly eyes. Chris, that's never going to happen. Never going to happen in history again. Well, we didn't quite get, depending on what chart you're looking at, silver did not close at $50 in 2011. It did touch 50 in the day, but it didn't close at 50. We got to keep this in mind. We're at 37 and change now. Okay? People are going to be squawking when it goes to 40. I should have bought it at 40. People are squawking to me now at the shop. Of course, it's not today. Okay? Because it's the 4th of July. We're going to keep that in perspective here. People are squawking now at 37. It's too high. It's too high. It's just going to go higher. Alright? The silver supply, not on the retail side. I want to make this very, very clear. Industrial side. There's not a lot of silver out there. On that sideline. Okay? When are we going to see the big rush for silver? I believe it's going to be at 40. I do believe it's going to be at 40. People are going to wake up and rush in to buy. And they're going to buy everything underneath the sun. And they're going to get too much at one time. Don't do that to yourselves. No, you're not too late to the game. You get a cost average. I understand it's more money than just a couple years ago. But people had the opportunity back then when I was warning about it. Last year, I've been doing this a little over a year on my own channel. I've been the same line, cost average, and then people come on and say that's not the right way to go. Yeah, that is the best way to go, because some of these silver quarters that I got, I paid $4.50 for. They're worth over $6 now. Some of these Jersey Mint bars, I got more. You guys have seen them. I got more in the safe. Some of these I paid for $121 for. Back when silver was a lot cheaper. They're about $2.03 now. Go find me a 5-ounce silver bar somewhere. You probably can do it at Pinback's Sunshine Mints. They're probably a little less than $200 right now. And these are your Sunshine Mint bars. Go on eBay. I swear. Go on eBay. Go to the dealers on eBay. You're not going to find a silver bar that have sold probably less than $200 in the last 7 days. That's how much it's gone up. Are you too late? No. I'm not buying 5-ounce silver bars right now. If I was going to be, I'll be buying more of these. I love these Jersey Mint bars. I love the Sunshine Mint bars. I love anything from the Sunshine Mint too. Pinbacks has the Sunshine Mint bars. Okay? Pinbacks has Canadian Royal Mint bars. This one came from Pinbacks. I got this one for, I think it was $273. Maybe $272. Somewhere right around there. They're over $360, my friends, now. That's how much silver has gone up. You know, look back at your stacks. Just go back a year. Go back 2 years if you've been stacking this long. Look what it cost you then. And people were complaining about the price then. I said, don't worry about the price. We cannot worry about day-to-day price action. We got to look at it as a long-term hold. And that's what we're doing. We are protecting this. If we need to convert it back to this. Dollars. That is what we're protecting. We're protecting a falling asset. And we're just retaining the purchasing power we had with this. That's all you're doing. You're retaining your purchasing power with silver and gold. Not dollars. Dollars are losing asset. We've been warned about this. We've been told about this. Maybe not the news. News won't tell you the truth anyways. We all know that. Many people have come to me over the past 4 months. Should have bought more. Should have bought one. Well, yeah. Could have, should have, would have, but you didn't. I understand people don't have a bunch of money. You don't need a bunch of money. Okay, you get it every single time you get paid. I'll use Andy Scheckman's line right here. Now, you've heard him say this before. People who work for me, I tell them they better buy something every 2 weeks. They better buy something every 2 weeks. I don't care what it is. They better buy something every 2 weeks. The waitress that comes in, she comes in 2 or 3 times a week. A lot of times it's not a lot. It's an ounce or two. That's what she can afford. You know, she works about 4 days a week. She comes in about 2 or 3 days a week. Puts a little bit of her tip money into silver. Maybe it's an ounce. Maybe it's $1.40 face. Maybe it's $2.80 face and 90% silver. She's keeping her money safe. This is not money. This is a promising note. Look at business. They're not accepting cash no more. Yeah, they're accepting the debit cards and credit cards. Yeah. They don't want cash. They don't want to deal with cash. They're trying to cut all costs as possible. The banks don't even want you pulling cash out of the bank. They don't. They want it all themselves. No, you're not too late to get silver, gold, or platinum. Check out channel sponsor Pinmex. I'll give you a warning, one last warning on the Peace dollars and Morgan dollars. Today is the last day, July 4th. On that deal. Roosevelt silver dimes, 5 rolls or more. That will go until this Sunday. Mercury silver dimes, $30 face or more. That is on sale until this Sunday. Washington silver quarters, 3 rolls or more. That deal runs through all of this week and all of next week. I was able to ask Michael, can we keep the quarters on for 1 more week? He said, yes, absolutely. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, Brian, at Pinmex, for keeping the quarters on for a little bit longer for your customers to purchase. I'm trying my best. We're trying our best to bring you guys the deals. I'm listening to you guys. Put what you want in the comment section for deals. I cannot guarantee that's what we're going to be able to offer. I'm reading all your comments. So if you want something at a discount, let us know what you want. And we will see if we can make it work. Remember, there's shipping involved. There's some stuff you can't give a so-called deal on because it's already low price. Price Pinbacks out. And I'll add one more thing about this. When you're shopping online and you see some other online dealer saying they have a so-called sale, okay, you better check Pinback's prices out first as well. Because a lot of times Pinbacks can beat out those so-called sale prices. Keep that in mind as you're shopping around. Sometimes price has everything to do where you shop. I get it. I'm the same way. But if you want the best service around, call Michael, call Brian at Pinbacks. Let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. You want bigger giveaways? That's how we're going to do bigger giveaways. Pinbacks has kept their word. 3 giveaways now. They kept their word. They upped their ante every single time. That's huge. They kept their word with me. They kept the word with you. This is exactly what they told me that what they're going to do. They don't tell me how to promote their company. I got no script, my friends. I'm just giving you my feedback of what my feelings are. Check them out. Let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. Keep stacking the 90% silver. Quarters, dimes, half, Peace dollars. You're going to need it. That'll be the first thing to go. You know, I wish I won the lottery last night. I would buy every single 90% silver coin I could get my hands on to stop this melt. 90% silver is very precious to me. I don't know why. Well, maybe it's because my grandmother used to use it when she was a kid. Very poor. 50 cents went a long way back then. She went home from school, collecting cardboard on the way home from school. Stopped by the redemption center on the way home from school. Mama, I got you 50 cents so we can eat tonight. That helped pay for the food, my friends, back then. 50 cents. What are 2 silver quarters worth today? About $6.55 each or so. Each. You know, you can eat a lot of, you can feed 2 people, really, if you home cook your meals, you could feed 2 people for $12. Maybe less than $12, depending on exactly what you're eating for supper. $12 still goes a long way for 2 people for a meal, if you're eating at home. Think about it. You folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out. And again, no, it's not too late. Reach out to me in my email, because I was going to say that. It's in every single description of every single gosh darn video I put out. I want you guys to reach out to me. I want you girls reaching out to me. You got questions, don't hesitate. Don't feel like you're bothering me. I try to get back as quick as I can. If I happen to miss your email, say second attempt. Wake up, Crazy Coin Shop Chris, wake up. Get my attention somehow. I'm here for you. Pinbacks is there for you. I tell you, these guys are like friends to me. I mean, they're so responsive back when I got a question for them. They're going to do the same thing for you. I've heard it in their comments. Folks have sent me emails about them. How happy you are. Keep putting those comments in there. Let people know. Coin Shop Chris is out. Thank you for your time on this 4th of July. For watching my 3rd video of the day. We will see you tomorrow morning for the 47th Market Watch Report. See you in the morning.